As the creature emerged from its pod, I felt the colour drain from my face. Its oval-arched head turned to us, eyes covered by ovals of glass. It opened its mouth and spoke in a haunting scream. And these are the words that it said.
Hello everybody, it's Zombie Spekti here. I'm sitting here on the morning of the 1st of April, but no fooling I assure you when I say I'm about to run the Derby 10k. And I've got my paper here to prove it. I am runner number 1678. Now, I am very, very nervous. I'm suffering from nerves like I haven't had in years. I don't tend to get performance anxiety, so this is about probably the closest I will get. You'll notice from here that not only the number, but I am blue. And that means I put myself in the pen with the fast runners. We're going to be allowed off a few minutes early. Last time I did this, I was in the majority of runners and really felt like I wasn't pushing myself. And in fact, I was getting sort of caught up in people whose pace was slower than me. At the beginning of the year, thinking I would have more time for training, I put myself in for, I think, the sub 50 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make under 50 minutes. My hope is that I will be able to make it under 55. I'm really, really nervous, and this blog will be in two parts. I'm going to do this bit that's before the race and the bit afterwards, and hopefully there'll be a little bit of footage from the actual race itself, if we're lucky, and so you'll be able to see how it all pans out, so you won't be nervous. You don't have to be on a cliffhanger like me. You can see it all at once. Okay, so for the vlog, because I haven't got an awful lot of time before I have to rock up and take my place, I'm going to talk you through my playlist. Last year, well actually the year before last when I last did this, they had a warning not to use MP3 players. They didn't have that this year, which is good, because otherwise I would have just had to say screw you and brought mine anyway, because I don't think I could do this without some really good music to help me along. So in no particular order, I'm going to talk you through the songs on my running playlist. Number 1, Human After All by Daft Punk. I don't think that really needs any more explanation, except to say that if you haven't heard of it, get out from under your stone. Next is Black Panther, the second to last, and for my money, the best track on Crystal Castle's self-titled EP. Some of the other songs on the album are a bit screamy and screechy. I didn't really like them, but Black Panther has an amazing kind of just ambience about it and never fails to make me feel like my legs are cybernetic and can run much faster than they really can. Number 3 is Her As You Were Eyes, which is something I found on OC Remix quite a few years ago. It's by a remixer called Dark Sword. It's a remix of one of the Sonic the Hedgehog pieces of music. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but I think the title is a reference to the eyes of Amy Rose, who, as you will remember, has lovely blue eyes. Number 4, although as I say no particular order, this is just 4 in the order I wrote them down, is Through the Night by Grum. Originally I was shown it because not only because it's an amazing piece of music, but also because it has an amazing video. I'm thinking of actually doing a video playlist for this, so if I manage to get round to doing that, the link will be again at the bottom. 5 and 6 are from the only artist to have the honour of being twice in my playlist is Dragonette, and the two tracks I've chosen is both from their album Fixing to Thrill are Fixing to Thrill and Gone Too Far. Dragonette are amazing. My last MP3 player broke quite severely. I couldn't upload any more music to it for months, and Dragonette was one of the only albums that was on there at the time. And suffice it to say that I listened to pretty much only that for several months. I never got bored of it. It is an amazing album, Fixing to Thrill. Download it, listen to it, it's so cool. From Dragonette to Dragon Force, the weird fantasy metalers, they only have a few good songs, but the ones that they do have are just amazing. I mean, it's all incredibly overblown, guitar-driven fantasy metal where they talk about fire and demons and angels and souls and flying on a motorbike made of crystal through a rainbow sky. And the track that I chose is Fury of the Storm. I think that is definitely one of their better ones. 8 on the list is Bloodlust by You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead. Anyone who's still living in the 1980s and who thinks that synthesized songs are a little bit kind of wimpy and pansy, needs to listen to You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead. They are just incredibly visceral and amazing synthesized songs with crazy screaming lyrics. I highly recommend them, and of course excellent for running. 9 is Plus Chica, which was one of the strangest songs on this playlist. It's by a Japanese band called Poly6 from their kind of compilation song reinvention album Poly6 or Die. So Plus Chica. It doesn't really have any words, I don't think, apart from the count at the beginning, which goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 89. And that makes about as much sense as anything that Poly6 do, but it is amazing. 10, All the Small Things by Blink-182. I think that's from the Enema of the State album. I really don't think anyone of my age needs to have Blink-182 explained to them. And anyone who does is probably, you know, old enough to be able to look them up for themselves. Can't do everything for you. Track 11, Welcome to Hell by Scap or Scar P, depending on how you like to pronounce it. The dinosaur Spanish socialist ska band. These guys are spectacular, and Welcome to Hell is a song about capital punishment by the electric chair. It still manages to be an amazingly fun song to listen to. Maybe that's because I don't understand the lyrics. Maybe it's just because they're awesome. I don't know. They definitely are awesome. My inability to speak Spanish has nothing to do with that. Okay, number 12. Brody Quest by Lemon Demon, this rather fantastic internet meme. Yeah, go and look it up. Brody Quest, fun times. 13, another piece of internet wonder, Sunshine and Celery Stalks by Pinkie Pie Swear. This is a mix which contains lots of clips from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Yeah, don't judge me. It's awesome. Shut up. 14, Radio Song by Alice in Videoland. Another band like You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead. Really kind of aggressive, synthesized, I suppose pop, because there's no real other way to describe it. But do go and enjoy that. 15, Overdose by Tom Craft. I've had this mislabeled as by Ladytron for ages, but I still know it's by Tom Craft. Yeah. Really crazy. Number 16 is Want to Be Her Boyfriend by Yum Yum Orange, another Japanese band, another ska band in fact. I love all the tracks from Yum Yum Orange's album Orange Street 33, but I think I love this one the best. They're just really happy, crazy, and again the fact that I can't understand the lyrics means I don't have to be distracted by them while I'm running. Okay, well that is all. I only chose about 16 songs because I thought if I'm trying to do it in under an hour, anything more than that will be wasted. Sorry it's been a bit kind of rambly and shaky. As I say, quite nervous, don't have much time. But I will be back with you at some point. Well, it will be today, but it'll just be in one big block for you. So, have it easy. I'll be back with you soon. Wish me luck. Bye! Hello again. So yes, that was some of the footage from the race taken by my lovely lady friend. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm happy to say I finished with the very respectable time of 50 minutes and 47 seconds, at least that's what I read on the clock coming in. My official time will catch up with me in a couple of months. They give you this little chip thing to lace into your shoes, and that gives you your absolutely 100% official time. I think, as I say, that will turn up in a couple of months, probably in the post or by email. Yes, it was It was pretty hard. I pushed myself quite a lot in the first few kilometres, which I probably shouldn't have done. Ended up feeling a little bit the worse for wear, losing quite a lot of ground in the last couple. But all in all, I'm really happy with my result. I tried my best. Some parts of the race were very difficult. For the Derby 10k, you run into town from Pride Park Stadium and then you run back out of town. And the back out of town part was straight towards the sun with the wind at your back, absolutely blazing, and we were all parched. It's surprising just how quickly your memories of this kind of thing dissolve. It's so intense at the time, and yet moments afterwards you find yourself struggling to remember the details. Some of the details I remember was that I was running slightly ahead of or slightly behind most of the race some people from Cooper Parry, who I think are some kind of proper business like a solicitor's or a real estate broker who were in, and lots of teams from various companies and various running societies. I was the only zombie apparently, so represent. The music, I have to say, really helped. I think the only track I ended up skipping at the very end was Her As You Were Eyes, which is not because it's not awesome, it really is, but because I needed something extra to help me through the very final bit, which is a lap of Pride Park Stadium. So I in fact finished the race to the strains of Pinkie Pie Swear's Sunshine and Celery Stalks. So thank you Pinkie Pie Swear, and thank you My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. You're awesome. Any other details? People didn't seem very interested in taking photos or film of me, which is rather disappointing, but then again, I suppose I might be a bit scary for mainstream. And of course, being an individual runner rather than part of a group, I don't have much representation in the press. I can't sort of do a big show. I can just sort of, talk about how I wanted to run to prove that zombies were not all shambling monstrosities and that some of us can move quite fast if we have our daily dose of brains. Speaking of brains, I just want to show off my t-shirt that I made specifically. It says, no brain, no gain. I hope you like it. Yes, I spent a bit too long stitching it last night, got to bed at 1:30 like an idiot would, but I still managed to get up on time and run. After the race, I was met by my lovely lady friend, and we celebrated by popping down for a Subway, which was very nice. You usually get a Subway on a Sunday, and this one was a particularly celebratory one. Remember to donate at my Just Giving page. The link is below. Donate, give me some money. It's for sporting futures, supporting communities with sport. Or sportorting, as I like to call it. Bye!